Healer. Healer, healer, healer. Healer, 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 healer. 3, 2, 1. My name is CozyTuber. Someone's mouse sometime. Today. Well, we're chilling. Chilling. Maybe we'll play some Pokemon. Maybe not. I'm feeling about loosey-goosey with it, you know? We're gonna vibe, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna maybe play TCG related things. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm half asleep right now, I'm not gonna lie. But welcome on in, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. A real gamer? True. If you're here, then you must be a real gamer. True. I poured myself a coffee. It's yummers. Some maple coffee. You're not a gamer? Well, you are now. Too bad. Become gamer. Become gamer. I don't make the rules. You're a gamer now. Yeah. How do I spell vibing? Oh, wrong button. I forgot to send out a post. Oops. Okay, fine. Whatever. Cool. Cool. Okay, we're back in it. GG's, we're back in it. We're back in it, chat. Back at it again with the Krispy Kreme. Have I ever gamer ultra? I don't know what that is, so no, probably not. Probably not. Liquid Honor with the first on Twitch. By the way, welcome on in. And Nimby on YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing today on Friday? Congratulations, you made it through the week. You survived. You survived. Congrats. Your reward is doing it again in about 2 days. Yeah. So, walk in. It's a gamer. It's a gamer when you gamer as a blue machine called. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what game I was thinking about today that I haven't played in a while? Stardew Valley. I have not played Stardew Valley in a while. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, I have Twitter open. I see a very cute dog picture. It's a Vibio. Oh. It's Gooseman's dog. Your dog's so cute, dude. Should be illegal. Just a big boy. A big boy. Hi, Satellite. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How we doing? How we doing? How we chilling? How we vibing? How we pogging today? Big. He is a big dog. He looks oopid, but in the cute way. You know what I mean? Oopidly cute. Oopidly cute. Big old basketball looking head. You know? Big old basketball looking head. Crazy. I know. But he's just a little guy. So it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Real. Real. Hello there, General Kenobi. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm trying to not fall asleep. Striker, welcome on in. I am trying to not fall asleep. It's too early to fall asleep. I got stream to stream. I've just been big eepy. Big eepy. What else have I been chilling? Mostly. I know, I got a cup of coffee. I need to make gamer soup. But when I moved, I left my gamer soup, at my old place. But it's family's place, so I'm just gonna go get it tomorrow. But I have no of my subs. Imperial VT. I know you. Mod. Thanks there, Jordans. Now give him a shout out. MP's cool. MP's chill. How you doing? Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Apparently you're on a plane? How is your Wi-Fi picking up a Twitch? I feel like every time I try to watch a Twitch stream... Oh, wait, hold on. Pause and rewind. Pause and rewind. Goose man. You remember that GIF of a voice message that you used on me one time? I may have saved it. Why does my microphone do that? It's like dying. My microphone's dying. I used it in a chat and I got MP real good, so. No. Geek got. No sweating, man. I'm good, but it's 7 p.m. My cat just closed my bedroom door. Guys, why does my microphone keep doing this? Do you hear that? Hold on. Dino, do not try to... Dude, there's your toy. There you go. My cat just, like, closed himself in. I died for a second. I'm back. I don't know why my microphone keeps doing that. It's something about static, something about my cables not connecting properly. How many hamburgers would I eat right now? How big is a hamburger? Are we talking a quarter pounder? Or are we talking like a $2 like the kids burger? The kid burger. Bad boy, welcome on in. You want sniff already? Get sniffled. Welcome. Average. Just an average burgie. I could crush two average burgie. Although I don't want to think. I'm trying to be good. I don't want to say broke my diet today, but I had a barbecue chicken. And it was really good. It's mainly just chicken. So I don't feel that bad about it. But, yeah. Well, the little McDonald's ones, they're, like, made about, they're made of, like, I feel like they just get a deck of cards, and they're like, oh, yes, we'll flavor this with meat, and we'll call it a day. And they just take one from the stack, and that's how they make the burgers. So, you know. Yeah. But no alert? What no alert? My follower one? Broken as hell. I have not figured out how to fix it. Genuinely very confused. It's through Stream Elements. So let me go... Which, by the way, update on that. If you guys didn't know, everyone's like, oh no, Stream Elements, it's shutting down. And Stream Elements like, hey guys, we're actually trying to be acquired before we go, you know, out of existence. So, okay, follower alert. I changed it so many times. It used to be kiss, and now it's like a lick emoji. Okay. Change image. Sure, we'll do that one. That's my raid one. Wait, can I do a different one? All files. Upload. I'm trying to fix it right now. Because it's... Why? I don't know why it's just so broken. I have not touched it. It just broke one day. And just to mess with me specifically, of course. Oh, don't upload that. That would not be... what you're supposed to show chat. Oopsies. Stream assets. Emote. Heart emoji. Upload. Submit. It has a nya. It is enabled. Okay. Save. Now watch this. I'm gonna emulate a follower redeem. Ready? There it is. Working. Amazing. It works for the test. But I bet you the next follower I get, it's not gonna. Just despite me specifically. But dude, pork belly sounds so good right now. Oh, man. Delicious. Delicious. I'm waiting on another. I have inside sources as well. I knew about this precisely one day before it went public. Or before people started publicly freaking out. Not to brag or anything. No, but I just host my alerts through there. I think my tipping thing is set up through there. I can switch it. I just need to find something. I think there's StreamerBot. StreamerBot is the one that I saw people talking about. Mix It Up has some stuff, but yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. Let's see. Well, yeah, Streamlabs, StreamerBot, I've heard is one. I don't know about, I haven't really dug into it, so I'm not gonna say like one way or another, but, I just, heard of some things, and I'll try to pass them along. I am hopefully, so today is a milestone for me. It's my first short that I made with, DaVinci Resolve, DaVinci, the editing software. So that's a new one for me, and it was kind of hard because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to DaVinci. I'm not used to it at all. So I was like, well, I need to just try. I need to just do it. The subtitles, to me, I think they're a little fricked. I have, funnily enough, my editor that I pay for most of my shorts, my editor does have a subtitles plugin, and I am using it, or I will be using it, but for some reason when I used it on this particular video, everything broke, so I took them off and I put on different ones. So I will ask my editor next time I talk to them, like what font and what they do, how to get it work, stuff like that, yeah. Hi, Jordan, welcome on in. Yo, King Koopa! Yeah, I still have that lunch pail, by the way. I have a couple lunch pails. I used that one for a long time in school, though. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch my short. Go watch my short! Yeah. 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 Real. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Jordan, the Muppets and FIFA. We did, in fact, yap about that. I don't think I have anything else to add to that. Yeah. What has happened between today and yesterday? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot besides I am very motivated. As tired as I am very motivated to make content right now. I think going to Oshi Uplink really, was like, yes, go do things. And I'm doing things. And that's fun. Specifically rebranding. I know I've talked about it a little bit. But, You mean to tell me I can score a cross-field goal as Cookie Monster? Mayhaps. Mayhapsably. I don't know. My mom likes Cookie Monster. I did remember that when you guys asked me what my favorite Sesame Street character is. I don't know if I have a favorite Sesame Street character. I mean, Elmo's a solid choice. Bert and Ernie are pretty fun. The Count I've seen used for memes many of times. But all in all, I mean... But the Cookie Monster, I remember my mom having a Cookie Monster shirt for so many years. Yeah. Rocco, get bent, Rocco. Yeah, Rocco, get bent. Jack, how's it going? You're back, Rose and God. Welcome back. Rosengod, you have to tell me. You have to tell me. Legally mandated as my moderator. How's your new PC? How's your new PC? Because I know you were doing, you got the new PC. And it's got like all the lights and all the fun stuff. I have been thinking about upgrading my PC. God, my P... What? You wanna... Why are we barking? The dogs aren't even out. If I had my grippers out, that'd be in the... Anyways, welcome on in. How you doing? Bobo. Bobo. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. What was I saying before I started barking? Oh no! I swear, sometimes I feel like I have the memory of a lobotomized goldfish. Yeah. Sometimes, you know? Impossible we meow? Is it meow meow time? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Amazing. Big stretch. Anyways. Oh yeah, PC. Thinking about it now, I think my computer is about 5 or 6 years old. Mayhaps. I think I got it in like 2021. Roughly 2021. And I haven't upgraded a thing since, which to be fair, you don't have to. But I would love to, I think I want to get like a new case. I don't know. I feel like maybe new fans. I don't like how it sucks in everything in the front because there's just a bunch of cat hair, but maybe that's a skill issue on my part. Now you disintegrate? Well then if you disintegrate, I'm gonna have to get out the vacuum, and I just cleaned the floors. Real. Huh? Excuse me? Rosengod! Rosengod, what the heck? What the heck? Oh, hey, Celtic! Welcome on in. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you, oh my god. What dude? Cozy Chad's in chat. What the frick? What the freak? What? That's crazy. Kid subbed, apparently. Yeah, apparently. Thank you. What the hecky? Oh my goodness. What the hecky? You know what? Maybe I do need an upgraded a computer so that way Rosengod doesn't trip the breaker again. No, I did the math better now. The math is technically better on the throwing. Well, is it? Should be. I think it should be. I don't remember if I fixed the throwing numbers or not. Hype train! Wait, why do I have a little walking frog? That's crazy. Wait, level 3 we get the serval? We're so close to serval bop, chat. Have you seen they added new hype train emotes? Level 3 you get the little serval going like, yeah. And it was cool. I know a serval. Their name's Brawlin. Brawlin's pretty pog. They're on break at the moment, but they're very pog. Bullion! Thank you so much for the gifted! And we made it to we're gonna get serval bop. We're gonna get serval bop. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, gamers! Hell yeah! Let's go. Does anyone remember beatboxing blueberries? No? Anyone? Math is not my strong suit either, but I manage. I'm good with like statistical math, not statistics. Don't get it twisted. I'm not good with statistics. I'm just like, yeah, like this much percentage of this is the chance you have, or like this percentage of that, or how likely is something to occur, or what's the average of something to occur. Like I'm good with those kind of statistics and numbers. Well, thank you for the biddies, King Kuva. Thank you, the Milk Lord. Oh my god, we get Serval Bop. I'm so excited. I wanted that emote so bad. Like, Twitch gave me an email. They're like, if you get a hype train, you'll get a Serval Bop emote. I'm like, oh, why you gotta tell me that? Why you gotta tell me that? Freaking whatever. Whatever. You know what I'm surprised at, for the most part? I'm really surprised that, Stream Elements, they were partnering with Twitch for sponsorships. So, I mean, okay, some of their sponsorships were not well, like, I don't want to say well vetted, but some of them were kind of garbo. So maybe that's what did them in. But it's kind of crazy that you had these collabs with Stream Elements, and they're just like, let me pull up their actual. What is their actual tweet that they put out for Stream Elements? Okay, Stream Elements official update 16 hours ago. We're in positive discussions with potential acquirers and working to find the best path forward for creators. You made me bald when I wasn't looking. How dare you? With the best path forward for creators, customers, and our team. We'll share more updates soon. We've spent over a decade building for creators, and do everything we can to keep supporting the community. So, it's 25 stream streak. Hell yeah. Hell to the frick yeah. Welcome on in. Welcome. I am bald. We were having the same convo. That's just the update I got for you. That is the new update, because everyone was speculating, and now it is no longer speculation. They have to find someone to buy them, or they're going bankrupt. They have two options. Those are the two. They both suck. Well, no. We'll see who buys them. We could see the in-shitification of Stream Elements even further, but, you know. I mean, I feel like if they're struggling with revenue, they're definitely gonna implement... My eyes! That's crazy. That's crazy. Did I miss? I wasn't even looking. Huh. I feel like they're gonna probably be like having paid stuff that isn't just like, pay for this overlay. It's probably gonna be like, hey, you wanna use our system? Pay. Unfortunately. I see some people saying, oh, support it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like they needed to offer, I don't want to say offer better stuff, but whenever I looked at them, it's like, you can just buy these overlays, buy these things, and it was never like, I don't know, what if, hear me out, what if they offered tech support, right? What if they offered tech support for streamers for like a subscription thing? Kind of like, I used to do this for a software company. It was like consulting hours. So you buy a pack of hours and you get like one-on-one support with people to like help your stream setup. I feel like that would make them hella money. I might be crazy though, but yeah. Yeah. I have a loose meat and gravy with corn. Oh, you eating good tonight? You eating so good tonight. Yeah, I mean, if they were struggling already, but, haircut really suits you. Thank you. I'm, I took a little much off the top, probably a bit too much off the side. I think I see like a flat surface at one point, but at least I'm not concave like my first one. And oh, hey, there we go. It came back. It missed me. It came back. They say if you love something, let it go. And if it loves you back, it'll come back, right? Something like that. Gary, son. How you doing? Thank you guys for the hype train. Guys, open your hype chest. I got this. Oh my god, it's gonna say choo choo. That's fun. That's cute. I want. Give me my serval bop. I got serval bop. I love serval bop. Thor's hammer by hair. Exactly. Exactly. You get it. You get it. I wish I could do that with my hair. You know how much more convenient it would be if when I went to bed I could just pop it off like a Lego piece. You know, just build me like a 1x1 Lego minifigure. Pop my hair back on. It's fun. That, you know how much that would make things so much easier? Honestly. Honestly. I could do that. It's called a wig. I don't want to, because wigs feel weird to me. They feel weird to me. I don't want to wear a wig. Do you wear wigs? Do you wear wigs? I don't wear wig. Crazy. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Do-do-do. 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 You want to be built by a 1x1 Lego piece just so they can pop my hair on, you know? Like, just click. New style. Click. You know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to go dye my hair. I've never done it before. I've never dyed my hair before. My sister has. I don't want to have my hair bleached, though. My hair is darker, so they would have to, but I feel like I might be able to. What color? Orange. Also, we have ads starting in 20 seconds for Twitch, so batten down the hatches. For that, you know. But I kind of want to do orange or red. You know? I think what I might do, honestly, is I might see what they can do without bleaching my hair. You know? Temporary dye, there is. There is. But it can look different. And I want to have it so that, like, it's the under... Have you ever seen, people, they dye their hair and it's the under layer that they dye first? Bleaching hair is mandatory? It's not mandatory. It's not. You can do it. It just doesn't get as vibrant, if you have darker hair. It makes it more solid. You click... Okay, hold on. I fixed it. Okay, wait. How about now? Is this what you wanted? Did I... Ah! Oh, you fixed my eyes! You bonked them back to normal! Yeah, I'll put them back. Wow. I'm summoning my hair back. It's getting cold. Updating your persona, your legs are looking good. Hell yeah, let's go. I've been working on the design process for my new design. And I have found a way, and this is all I'm going to say about it, but I may be able to keep the drills. Maybe. Because, okay, here's the thing. I like my drills. I love my drills. I don't want to be harassed by Kasane Tato likers. I'm a Kasane Tato liker. Disclaimer, I like Kasane Tato. I don't want anymore. But, you know, one new design. I'm rebranding eventually. It's VTuber rebrands can take a long time. They can take a very long time. Depends. It depends. Technically, I could go buy another pre-made model and be like, oh, look, yes, I am CozyTuber, I don't know, what would be a different pre-made model that I've seen. Like the Roach. I could be the Roach. I could just be the Roach, you know? But if I want something specific to me, then I have to get a design. I have to make sure the design fits. I have to go commission a reference sheet because some model makers will not make you a model unless you have a full turn reference sheet. I need to then find an artist that I actually want to do the model. And then I would need to find possibly a rig artist, because they can be different people. They can be the same people, but they could be different people. And then what people don't think about is if you're rebranding from a persona to a new persona, you have to get everything redone. So everything you see on screen, my room, my sub goal widget, my well, that's just here right now. Anything on my Twitch page, my panels. What's the the announcement? No, that was, if you do exclamation point Neko. I am sponsored with Neko All Anime. That was the thing I had yesterday. The redesign is an ongoing thing. It's more of an ongoing thing, and it's gonna take a while. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Become legacy material. I don't have G-Food. I have gamer subs. Gamer subs. Use code CHUGG for gamer subs. But gotta go dip eat food. Have a good one, Corellis. Thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate you. But yeah, essentially I have to redo everything. And then there's the scary part, right? Of having to be like, hey, remember me? Like, obviously I'll still have my subscribers and whatnot, but people underestimate the object permanence of individuals. Yeah. Because if you change your model, they'll be like, why am I following this goober? And then they'll unfollow you. That does happen, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Will I change my name? No. That is the one thing I am very solid on. I will not change my name, because that has even more issues. If you change your name as a VTuber, you also have to change your URLs for a lot of things. Well, you don't have to, but you should. And then what's also hard about that is some places just don't let you. I don't think Twitter allows you to change your @ the only times where people do name changes instead of rebrands is when they are like ex corpo. So like Nimmy Nightmare is a new name, Doobie new name, Saba new name. Yeah. Yeah. So no, I will not be changing my name, but I will be changing my design. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the big thing. That's the big thing. It's a work in progress. For sure. I don't really know what I want just yet. I have an idea. I have a vague idea, but I need something a little more than a vague idea to actually like go through with it. And then I need to save up, because I don't know if you know this, but custom VTuber models are expensive. So, another succubus. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I'm not gonna be a succubus. That I can say. That I can totally say. Anything other than that, I ain't tell you nothing. You're gonna have to wait possibly up to 2 years. It could take 2 years. It could take a year. It could take 6 months. I really don't know. I really don't know. No. Yeah. Still say so? Yeah. I mean, Twitch and YouTube. Can't really be not say so on those platforms. Because otherwise you'll lose your channel. Unless you're a flesh streamer, because they can seem to get away with a lot more. They can get away with a lot more. Yeah. So, you know. Yum, 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 yum. I'm finishing up my, Finishing up my coffee. My brain buffered for a moment. My brain buffered for a moment. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about playing Pokemon tonight. Exactly. You get it. See, you get it. I need to find people who want to play Pokemon with me, other VTubers. It's been a while since I did that tournament with Poseidon Mythos. Poseidon. Shout out to the freaking Odyssey musical. That's crazy. That one was stuck in my head for a long time, and then Thunderbringer got stuck in my head instead. Yeah. Yup. Yerp. So, started doing my as a vocal stem. I feel like I've started doing them less now. I don't know. Have you guys noticed a decrease in Because I don't consciously do it, but I was thinking about it the other day, and maybe I just don't remember or lock in whenever I'm doing that. Maybe it's like a passive thing. Oh god, why is my room so hot? I feel like my room just got really hot. I wonder how hot it is outside. What is the temp? I'm gonna look at my phone. What is temperature? What is temperature? That's only like 50s. Should be fine. Should be fine. You'll keep a count. Pog. Watch him. That's freezing. Yeah, you know what? I'm probably getting heat from my PC. I'm probably getting heat from my PC and my constant state of yapping. The movement of my jaw muscle is causing the room to heat up because of my sheer amount of yapping. Oh. Surely, that's what that means. Surely that's what that means. Can't mean anything else. No. Why would it mean anything else? Isn't Shakira back at the freaking World Cup again? Or am I crazy? I feel like Shakira's back doing something. This time for Africa. I remember I had that on my MP3 player. God, back when was that World Cup? Like it's gotta be there's no way it's not mid 2000s. No way it's not mid 2000s. What else did I have? Like late 2000s? Hold on. Let's Google it. We have Google-san. 2010, you think? Okay, hold on. When was World Cup in Africa? 2010! That's 5 points to German Sonolite on YouTube. God, wow. Yeah, no, so I would have... Okay, so at first I had a little MP3 player. It was like a little black MP3 player. I don't think it had any specific brand. I think it was like an off-brand one. I'm just noticing how much cat hair is on my microphone pop filter. Dude, my microphone pop filter is like my cat's new favorite chew toy. It's got bite marks out of it. Fun fact, I actually had 4 of these. Generously donated to me off of Throne. I am now down to 1 because of the amount of times my cats have gotten a hold of it, ripped it off my microphone, and then decided to use it as a chew toy and or rub up against it. So I'm deciding to keep this one despite the amount of holes it is now accumulating, because it's not all the way through, it's just like chunks. So it's fine. I am taking, however, the moment to pick the cat hair off of the microphone puff. Filter? Puff. It's a puff. Alright. Here's a topic I want to chat about with you guys. VTubers! VTubers. Okay. Wait. Oh, no. Did I get the hiccups? I don't think I did. I didn't. No, if I just will it into existence of not happening, I don't have the hiccups, then obviously. Okay, I think we're good. I have seen popping up little tiny agencies just around in general. And I have no idea about them until I just wander in them. So I'm opening up the floor. Are there any new agent? They have to be agency, not indie, and not like Twitch team, like a legit agency. Are there any agency VTubers that you've just found out about that are from small agencies? So, what I found is there is, what is it? It's I always confuse it with SVA, Socks VTuber Agency, Stellar Verse Productions. And the reason I bring them up is because they were at Oshi Uplink. They're a US-based talent agency, and they have a 8th gen, although one is graduating. And I just kind of found out about them. Lemmy Lincoln is super cute. She loves bugs. But Perry Winkleton, what a name. What a name. Perry Winkleton their model is amazing. And I just want to say that. You followed them since the start? When did they start? 2024. So December. Oh, so it's basically 2025. Okay. So they're just over a year. Interesting. Huh. Would you look at that? I don't know. I think their model is very cool. And I feel like there's a couple that I've seen pop around for different, like, new ones. I don't know. Charlie, welcome on in. Hello. How you doing? Welcome on in on the YouTube side. Now that they made it legal, I do want to have a combined chat. Because I believe Twitch no longer punts you into Twitch jail if you have double chat on screen. It used to be, if you were a Twitch partner, then you shared chat together, you would get a bonk of some sort. I don't know what, but you would get a bonk. I don't know, but welcome on in. Thank you. Yes, we did hit 10K on our tuber channel. I'm so excited about that. I have big plans. I just need to get the big energy to do stuff. Oh boy. But I'm very excited to hit 10K. I try to do every so often is I try to do perspective, because I feel like when you are in the content creator space as a whole, VTuber, non-VTuber, people have different interpretations of success, and I know I'm one of those people where I will succeed at something and then say I didn't succeed at it because look at the goalpost, it's all the way over there. It's all the way over there. So I didn't meet the goal, and I keep moving my goalposts. And so I've been like looking at just like other channels my size, seeing views and whatnot. Will I be live tomorrow? No, I do not stream on Saturdays. I believe I did post the schedule to the post tab on YouTube, the community post for YouTube and Twitter and Discord, all the places, but Doug has done it. Yeah, Doug does a lot of things, but no, yeah. So I think my next stream after today is Sunday, ASMR. So not on this channel, but then I'll probably be back to doing streaming stuff. I have some fun stuff coming up. I'm going to be doing some collabs with people. I'm trying to set that up right now. I do need to reach out to a couple other folks that I wanted to do things with. But I'm going to try to do more collabs because I miss talking with my friends and stuff on stream. It can be really fun, but I have a tendency to like think of, oh, hey, that'd be really cool, and then I don't reach out. Or, hey, that'd be really cool. Can you do it today? And I don't give them enough time. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I only do YouTube. Oh, no, yeah. So my, I have everything on my YouTube. I have the 3 YouTube channels. I have gotten to the habit of always streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I think the only time I might not stream on YouTube is if well, no, that's not true, because I've done a karaoke stream. I did it on YouTube, but it had to be archived, so I didn't suffer the wrath of copyright. But I think, like, if I would ever do a stream that wasn't on both platforms, it would be a karaoke stream. But I wouldn't keep those up anyways. Natty, how you doing? Welcome on in. How you doing? Hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. BRB. Alright. Man, I am digging this maple coffee that I got. Yeah. So, where is... Do I like banana? I love banana bread. I don't like my banana bread with nuts. I like a nutless banana bread. I don't mind walnuts in my banana bread, I guess. If I had to deal with them, I'll deal with them. That's fine. But I like, oh, with a little bit of butter. Oh. I have not had banana bread in a while. I can practice. Fun fact, when I started streaming, I could not do it at all. I was hacking a loogie. I was absolutely just hacking a loogie from the boogers in my throat when I tried to do. But now I can. I feel like I sound like Perry the Platypus sometimes, though. If you roll your R and you push it into the back of the throat, I feel like you get the Perry Platypus noise. But it also kind of sounds like you're choking on your own spit, so I don't know. Potato, potato. Every banana bread I have ever had has nuts. Yeah, it's very common. It is very common. I, for the longest time, avoided anything with poppy seeds in it because I was so paranoid. At my last job, they had us do drug test, and even though I never do anything ever, it was one of those, like, if you get any sort of positive on it, there was huge ramifications for having any sort of any positive, and I was so paranoid about it that I don't think I've ever in my life had poppy seed anything. Like, I'm gonna be so for real, I don't think I've had, like, because some people have, like, poppy seed muffins or poppy seed bagels, you know? So, oh, there was one other thing that I really wanted at one point was when I was in college, there was a bakery that had a leek pastry. And fun fact, I don't know if I'm allergic to leeks. And it's like, well, Cozy, either you're allergic or you're not allergic. How do you know if you're allergic to it or not? And I was like, listen, there were leeks that my mom obtained when I was a child from the side of the road. And she cooked them, and I love my mom, but sometimes she cannot cook. She can cook breakfast. She can do any breakfast you want. Anything else is 50-50. But I think that as a child, I confused the taste of raw onions. You know how raw onions kind of have a little bit of a bite to them? Because leeks are technically onions. I think I confused that with my tongue swelling. Don't ask me why. I was like 7. So whatever. But that being said, my mom claims that I said my tongue was swelling, so I have been too nervous to ever, too nervous to ever try them again. But when I was in Japan, I must have had some, but they were fully cooked because I think they were in the hot pot that in a couple of the hot pots that I had. So I think somewhere I've had them before. But that's the thing. I'm not sure because I either have to trust that my mom just messed it up and my little kid brain did not understand, or I don't know, I'll chew on a leak in the parking lot. Maybe it's just cooked versus uncooked. I don't know. So that's why maybe I'm allergic to leek. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to know, though, because I feel like leek could be a good thing, you know? I don't know what that game is, Jordan. No idea. I don't know. I want to play Stardew Valley again. I haven't in such a long time. I wonder if I could get one of my friends to play it with me. Although I have the bad habit of starting over every single time. So I should probably just go on one of my save files. Oh, wait, no, I think my wizard sprite is still broken. Crazy. Yeah. The game that came out in 1997. I don't think I was in existence at that point, so I have not gone back and checked that out. Your niece is dangerously allergic. I have a few friends that are allergic to tree nuts. Yeah. It's very, very common nut allergy, especially in the United States. You know, I heard, and correct me if this is wrong, but I've heard in the Middle East they have lower rates of nut allergies because their diet has more nuts in it than an American diet. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, but you know, it's interesting to think about. Because when I think quintessential American diet, I don't know why my default is just PBJ. Do other countries do PBJ? I don't know. That's pretty nuts. Why did my tongue... for the record, I did not stick my tongue out. I was trying to do a side like, and then my model got free with it. I apologize. Welcome on in, welcome. Ace and Natik. Welcome on in. Thank you for the first time chat, both of you. I haven't played Stardew Valley in a long time. I think the last game I played, trying to date Abigail. Perfect pick. Perfect pick, no notes. Yeah, what's a PBJ? Peanut butter and jelly, German Sonolite. I think if you make it with crunchy, you're a heathen. But that's beside the point. If you want to... You know what? Okay, wait. For the Europeans in chat, I don't know if you guys have this, so I'm gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna say it before I show you it. Oh my god, I can't spell. Okay. There we go. That's the classic. Hold on. Save that. Where is my... There we go. That one. Pick the image. Okay, do you guys... Outside of the United States, so Americans, shut up. My fellow Americans, shut the fuck up. Smuckers. You guys have these? You guys have these in the, Kelly AJ? I will try to remember that. The Schmuckers Goober. These things. They scare me. They scare me a bit. I have had it one time, and they scare me. It is, for those of you who are unaware of what this item is, this is a Smucker's Goober Grape. It is a combination jar of both peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. So that way when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you just have one jar, one knife, spread it on the bread, and boom. Instant PBJ, essentially. You can... like, look at that. Look at this. This is an affront to whatever creator may or may not exist. Whoever created us did not create us for the intent of making this monstrosity. you know, they look too happy to be an abomination that they are. I don't think they realize the gravity of their own existence. Um, anyways. Anyways, yeah. it wigs me out. It wigs me out. I don't know what I think I will file this fear next to blood oranges that give me the heaps and the jeeps, but you know, um, it is essentially an instant PBJ. mm. I don't know if, like, there's some brand. Oh, there's a whole universe. Oh no. Oh god. Smuckers. Oh, Smuckers. No. I just found one that's a strawberry flavor. I didn't even realize it would come in a different flavor. And then, okay, peanut butter and honey. It's weird that it's in the same jar. Again, I think that's what freaks me out. I think the point that freaks me out about it is the fact that it is peanut butter and honey. Peanut butter and there should be no and. I think it's the and bit that's wigging me out a bit. Grape or strawberry on a PBJ. I am very partial to strawberry. However, grape is nostalgic, I will say. Yeah. They make more than just grape. They make strawberry, and then they make peanut butter and honey, which, for those of you who have not tried this before, if I may recommend, make a peanut butter and honey sandwich with bananas. So you take 2 pieces of bread, preferably like the white sandwich bread. You do wheat if you want to be healthy. Like the Elvis. Yes, I remember it was called the Elvis because my aunt told me about it when she made it for me one time. And I think between that and telling me you can put corn on a salad, I think that's the only 2 positive impacts she ever had on my life. Talk about her like she's dead, she's still alive and very much causing problems. But beside the point, yeah, no, it's really yummy. It's really yummy. I haven't made it in forever because I'm not a big peanut butter eater. I'm not big on peanut butter. I love an Uncrustable. Give me an Uncrustable. I'll smash one of those down like a mother trucker. Specifically if they're cold. You know, I never bought them for myself, for my house. I've never bought an Uncrustable to be at home. I've always bought them from like a vending machine or something. Like at school, there was some in the vending machine, and I think one of my workplaces had them. They are elite. They are the elite food. Also, Twitch is saying we have ads in 30 seconds, so prepare your ears for that. Apollo cheese. Really, again? I guess so. Oh, I think I snoozed it. Anyways, the last time, not now. Have I ever had cream cheese and apple butter? I have not, but I've had pumpkin butter. Have you ever had pumpkin butter? Ugh, bussin'. Absolutely bussin'. Yeah, exactly, cold Uncrustables. I need to get on that protein grind. I have been going to the gym and eating more chicken breast. Does peanut butter have protein in it? I used to get a PB protein shake, but I thought that's because they added protein powder. I used to use it as a meal replacement in college when I didn't have enough time for lunch. Because literally one semester, I had classes solidly booked from 8 a.m. all the way to like 4, and so I couldn't get any lunch. And so I had enough time to walk between classes, grab a PB protein shake, and that's what I had for lunch for an entire semester of college. It kept me alive. PB has huge protein? Oh, interesting. The only thing that comes to mind in Germany is at least some kind of nut mixed with Nutella-ish spread. Yeah, true. Legumes! Peanuts are legumes, lentils and beans. The fact that beans and proteins rhyme is no coincidence. Coincidence? I think not. True. Yeah, no, I mean, I really like Schmucker. Schmucker's pretty good. Can't PB on itself. Yeah, PB on itself, it makes me. You ever see a dog eating peanut butter? Like I feel like that's me too. Like you know. You know. I got a little carried away with that one, huh? Amazing. Amazing. Anyways, so normal. So real bestie. Breasty, so real. Oh god, anyways. Anywho's a McWhat's-it. Anywho's a McWhat's-it. I opened Twitter and I got distracted. God, I'm such a zoomer. Attention span of a lobotomized goldfish on full display tonight. Full display. Still have so many Pokemon cards sitting next to me that I have not sorted. Okay, does anyone here in chat play card games? And if so, what is your go-to storage for cards? Because I've been using those little cardboard boxes, which are fine, but like, Hello? Hello? Can I help you? Uno? Uno is technically a card game. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Technically a card game. Was that a bee? Oh, where? Wait, did I guys ever I can speak so well. Immaculate pronunciation from me. Did I ever tell you guys about the baseball mitt bee sting? You guys remember that? It was about a year ago. Roughly, I think. Roughly a year ago when I got stung by a bee and... When I got stung by a bee and it, like made my hand into a baseball glove. Which I can control each eye independently. Oh yeah, it just gives you a new perspective on life. Well, at least 2 new perspectives. Roughly. Why does my model is freaky possessed today? What? Anyways, I'm gonna say hi and throw stuff. Well, hello, welcome, Onion, and thank you for giving me another concussion yet again. Fleeky. Crazy. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering until IKEA containers. Interesting. You know what? I feel like I need vertical storage, like a dresser, but just for cards. Do they make like vertical storage? Because I have a lot of boxes, but then I have to sort through the boxes. I'd much rather be able to like pull out a drawer. You know. Something like that. Yeah. I have to sort through my cards downstairs. I've rescued most of my cards from the basement. I have deemed the basement too moist to store my cards ever since the Pokemon card incident. Too moist. Too moist. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. Do. Yeah. I play more miniature games and card games. Oh. Like with the little, like, what are the ones that I know? I think, like, D&D, Warhammer. I know too much about Warhammer than I should because of TikTok. Like Nurgle. I know about Nurgle. I know about Technomancy. I don't know jack all about how it's played or what it is, but I keep getting random, like, lore videos on my TikTok, and I stay to watch them, and I don't know why. Slanesh. I know Slanesh. Yeah. Need to buy a new card binder for Pokemon cards. Real! Their new set comes out. I was fortunate enough where I think on Monday I will be able to pick up a booster box and an ETB. of Chaos Rising. And I'm going to collect every single Mareep I possibly can. Yeah. My Mareep goal, you know what I want to get, actually? I don't know if I should try to do it myself and get angry at myself for not being perfect the first time I ever do a task. But I would love to get one of those, like, stacked card theaters where you have a bunch of a card and you cut out pieces of it, and then those pieces, like, build into a 3-dimensional card. I want to do that for Mareep. Maybe like the full art one. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Perfect Order. I have a lot of Perfect Order cards. I've opened a lot of that set because the Chuds decided that it's not profitable. So I've actually been able to buy the ETBs for $70, which has not happened in a while. ETBs, normally, they're supposed to be like retail of $50 to $70. However, the absolute pokey chuds that decide to make things super expensive for the sake of stonk, they decided that nowadays, some of the better, quote-unquote better, the more purchased sets, you're not getting an ETB for, like, under 100, which is so stupid. Which is so stupid. Yeah, I have some e-reader series ones, but they're all, like, they're all beat up because they were the cards I had growing up, so, you know. Me boombo. Hi, llama. Hi, llama. You definitely do have a chance. And here's my prediction, right? Here is my prediction, okay? I predict that as the format, and I could be wrong about this because I have not exactly been a Pokemon fortune teller ever before, but I have an inkling that people will realize there's some really good playables in this set, and as soon as the new format takes hold, because remember there was a change in the format, so after the change in format, old cards couldn't be used in standard tournaments, blah blah blah, whatever. There's some really good playables, and those playables I feel like are going to get expensive because they're in the set, and then the set's going to jump in value. I don't want it to be scalpable, but when everyone's like, oh, Perfect Order sucks, Perfect Order no, you suck. You know? They don't have the heart of the cards. They don't have the heart of the cards. You know? So, anyways. Like, I think from Perfect Order, let me actually double check what is the most expensive card from Perfect Order. TCG player. Perfect Order. Perfect Order. And we're going to do high to low, product type cards. Yep, so the Meowth art rare, special illustration rare, SIR, is market price $195. Why is it $195? It's an art rare of a deck, of a card that's going to be used in like every single deck. The Meowth one is very, very playable right now. And after that is the gold card. There's only one in the set, so yeah, that tracks at market price of $167. Other than that, there's like a full art Meowth that's market price of like $20. Pokepad, market price of $16. Forest of Vitality, I feel like that one's gonna spike. Because grass decks are gonna, I feel like they're gonna take more of a hold eventually. Yeah. All in all, it's not that expensive of a deck. Yeah. Worth 100. Dude said he'd give me 30. Yeah, you met a scalper, I believe. I don't know. Some people, you just gotta be really careful. In this hobby, unfortunately, you cannot go to most buyers in good faith. You have to come knowing what your cards are worth. Because nowadays, it used to be you go to garage sale, find a bucket of Pokemon cards for like $5, boom, take them home, awesome. Nowadays, those are very rare, few and far between, and you will be met with people who know how to scam you out of all your money. Perfect Order. Yeah, exactly. So Perfect Order is very affordable right now. It is very affordable. The packs are close to MSRP of $5.99. The booster boxes, ETBs, they're pretty much around the normal-ish range. They're still above what they used to be pre-surging sparks. But yeah, no, I mean, people have not decided to lose their mind over this, you know? So, yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. Grr, you hate TCG prices. What TCG do you want to be into, Gooseman? I didn't think you played TCG. You more play League. Yeah. Mm. Likes Hollow TCG? Real! Real. I'm hoping when the new set drops, Neko Alley Anime will have them on their website. You could use my code. It'll be so fun. Speaking of which, exclamation point Neko, click the link, check them out. My code now gets you 10% off. It's just code CozyTuber. They're out right now, but every place is out of Hollow TCG. It's starting to pick up. But Beer Taps, how are you? Welcome on in, sweetheart. How you doing? Hi. I am trying to get people, other VTuber girly pops, to play Hololive TCG with me. But I need to figure out, hard to find. Okay, yeah, so, there's a new set. It drops at the end of, is it, technically next month? I believe next month, don't quote me on that. I'm going to watch the Neko Alley Anime website like a hawk, because they do have booster boxes. So you can get a booster box, and I do recommend buying Hololive TCG by the booster box, if you can, because you get a guaranteed hit. I believe it's 2 hits per box. And that hit can either be art rare, like an alt art, full art, an Oshi card, which you do need to play the game, or a special energy card, or in the recent set, which was called a HR rarity. I got the Suisei one. Actually, I should check the price on that Suisei one. I'm honestly probably gonna sell it just for the money, because I'm not interested in it really. Like, I'm not a big Suisei fan, and it doesn't fit into my rarity binder like the other rarities. Like, I can technically have it in there, but it's like, it's different, so. Suisei. So we're gonna go Suisei, and yep, it's towards the top. Suisei HR, $189, currently $195. Oh my god. How many is sold? How many sold total? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 have sold. Oh my god, people are trying. There's 2 people. One of them selling it for $219. Another one's trying to sell it for $300. That's insane. I don't think I would probably just price mine at market and call it a day. But I'd use that money to fund VTuber activities. Yeah. Because like I said, it just doesn't fit properly into my binder the way that I have it planned. And I don't play any Suisei decks. I don't want to max out rarity, and I would feel weird playing with it because of knowing how much it costs. Normally, okay, no, if it's like a high rarity Pokemon card, I won't play with it. I'll put it in a collection binder, but that's because I was a collector before I was a player. If it's a high rarity Hololive card, I might play with it, depending on why it's high rarity. Because, like, my, Raine deck that I used to play has a full art Raine in it. Because I needed 4 of one of her cards and I only had 3, and I had the 4th one was full art, so I was like, heck it, I'm gonna use it, whatever. I do have the Hosha Marine card that's like $100. I don't play with that one. That one's just in my binder. Because I also don't need to play with it. I have 4 of the card that I need, so I have a full play set, so I don't need it, you know? Yeah. Real. I'm sad I'm out of my coffee. You actually play with the Pokemon cards? I do actually play Pokemon IRL. I've just been getting into it IRL. I'm more so into the live side of things. But I do play other stuff. Crimson, welcome on in. Hanger, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the resubby 2 hacking months. Heck yeah. Thank you for the resub. How you doing? Oh, I thought my cat was down there. I heard a merp. How you doing? Thank you so much for the resubby. Hi. Welcome on in. Welcome. But yeah, no, I do play with the Pokemon cards that I get. I do. Ever since I moved, I'm now in a location that has card stores, so I can actually play. IRL, it depends. There's a couple, I'm fortunate enough where there's a couple stores. One of them is very small. There's not a lot of people normally, unless it's an event. So, I actually went to a tournament at one of the conventions near me. Not convention, that's the wrong button. There we go. I went to one of the card stores near me to play in a tournament that they had set up. It wasn't anything big, but it was like a local thing, and it wasn't like any Pokemon sponsored thing. It was just a thing the store was doing. Chat, I'm the only one who showed up. I didn't play a single round of Pokemon, and I won by default. Because no one else showed up. I got so many prize packs that day. Hold on, I think I have a picture of it. I'm not going to show it because it has store-specific things in the background, but I am going to look to see if I can't find the image of it. But I don't know. I think I got like a total of... do I even want to guess? I don't know. But yeah, no, I technically, won by default. It was like 12 prize packs, 5 actual packs, and surprisingly, I actually got nothing from any of them. I got nothing from my prize packs. No EXs, no art rares, yeah. But, you know, I got cards, so some of them are very playable, too, so, yeah. They're perfect order cards. The Goober is permanent stream fixture? Yeah. Well, he needs to be front and center so he can think about what he did. I don't know. Topic of conversation. That is the spot on stream where things go that we talk about. He's vibing there. Don't make fun of him. He's just vibing there. Crazy. Ugh. Got a snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies my spine. Today's subject, public shaming. Boo this man. How's this wizard hat going? Yeah, no, I think we should publicly shame the Schmucker's Goober Grape. 'Cause they deserve it. They deserve it. They know what they did. They were off-putting. No public shaming allowed. Opinion invalid, chat. Shrimp. Send shrimp. Shrimp this man. That's crazy. I got a new water bottle. I do like how it has a little, spigot. I think that's what it's called. What is it called? What is the when you like have a water bottle that has like a spout? I think it is called a spout. But it's not like a pour spout. You have to suck. It's like a straw, but it's not a straw. You know what I mean? It's a secret second thing. Secret third item. Nipple. Not a nipple! It's not a nipple. It's not a nipple. It is solid plastic. It's not like it's not a nipple. It's not a nipple! It's not round. Mine's square. My bottle is square. Pikmin. Pikmin. You know, I've never played Pikmin, but yet the little Pikmin. So iconic. So iconic. Oh man, very eepy. I'm always eepy. I'm chronically eepy. Always. Always chronically eepy. It doesn't help that I went to bed at like 3 a.m. last night. No, I was in bed at 10. I was in bed at 10. I just didn't fall asleep till 3 because I might have accidentally opened TikTok and I kept scrolling. It happens. It happens. You know? Man, I wonder what life would have been like if I didn't have TikTok. Probably would get better sleep. Gonna be so for real. So for real, I'll probably get way better sleep. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. I actually had to add a, and this is, I know this is very ironic, coming from someone who makes TikTok shorts and YouTube shorts. I had to actually add a extension onto my YouTube, which I did talk about actually, for fixing your thumbnails if you have thumbnails that are taking up the entirety of the screen. I turned off my shorts in my browsing homepage feed on my desktop. Yeah. The reason I did that was because I kept clicking on a short and getting entirely distracted. And I would just get so distracted and not end up doing what I was supposed to do. So I had to turn them off. I basically put myself in child lock. Yerp. Yerp. So. Well, because I click on one and then I just keep scrolling. And if I keep scrolling, it's just gonna turn into a whole thing. Yerp. 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 I keep looking at the video of your dog that you posted on Twitter. Glitch man. I like your dog. Got a cute dog. Doggy. 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 Wait, staring at the dog? No. He's a baby. A him squeaky toy. It's so cute. What type of dog is your dog? I keep watching them step the steppy. American Akita. I knew it looked like a husky, but not a husky. Yeah. Mm. Not husky. Yeah. You know, that one. I like dogs. I like dogs. I like cats. I like lizards. I think the only pets I don't freak with are spiders. I don't do spiders. I think snakes are cool. They freak me out a little bit though. I've held snakes before. I've held a ball python. I've held a boa constrictor. Corn snake. I've held snakes. I feel like they're always gonna bite me, so it wakes me out a little bit. The way they flick their tongue. I know they're not eating you. They're just smelling you because they smell you with their tongue. But one day they're gonna think I'm a little too tasty, and I'm gonna get bit. And it's yeah. I love cats. I had my first ever calico cat. Never seen one in person before. Oh, they're so cute. I mean, all cats are cute, but calicos are very cute. I also like ragdoll cats and Siamese cats. My dad has a Siamese cat, and that dude is a snuggler, man. His name is Aaron. My grandpa named him Aaron. Aaron is what my dad calls him because of the one Key and Peele sketch. Do I have an Aaron? Aaron. So yes, I know that cat as Aaron. And the cat, because my dad and I keep calling him Aaron, he responds to Aaron. We also had a dog that at one point responded to being called a bastard because my dad kept calling him a B-word child. I'm not gonna say it too many times so I don't get bonked into demonetization hell. Yeah, so that dog responded to that for a while. I think it still does. Very cute dog. Was a very crazy puppy. Oh my gosh, wait, did I ever tell you about my Japanese roommate when she met the dog at my house? Because this dog is not a small dog. Still around. The dog is still around. The dog's still at my dad's house. It's very big. It is a mix between he's a mix between a Rottweiler and a lab. Purebred Rottweiler, purebred lab. It was one of my family members had the lab, one of their neighbors had a Rottweiler. Oopsie pupsies. Yeah, it was an oopsies pupsies moment. And then they had to be like, hey, neighbors, friends, families, who wants these perfect pedigree animals that we were, not really intending on having? And I was like, oh, we wanted one, apparently. And I'm glad we did, but they were built like a freaking brick wall. Even to this day, this dog is well into adult years. I think the dog's like 10 years old now? 11 maybe? Dog is fully grown, still has the face of a puppy. Built like an absolute basketball-headed menace. I love him. However, the dog is very excitable. Very, very excitable dog. And my friend was visiting. We went back to my dad's house. She was from Japan. She was my roommate from Japan. I know I've mentioned her before. And she loves dogs, but she's only ever dealt with small dogs prior to meeting my dog. And here's the thing. I have a big backyard. The dog was out playing in the backyard. It was like acres, because again, middle of nowhere. And it was up on a hill far away, so, looked smaller in the distance, we'll say. And my friend, she gets down, she kneels down, she calls the dog's name, she's like, come here, oh my gosh, hi. And the dog's like, oh, we snuggling? Oh my gosh, new person? And just books it down the hill. And I'm standing next to her and I go, you know, he's not going to stop. And she goes, oh no, he will. I'm like, he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. He has one mode, and that is just full send it. And she's like, no, it's fine. I've had dogs before. I'm like, you've had toy poodles? You've had little dachshunds? This is a Rottweiler Lab mix that is the same size of you, and they probably weighed the same. Because she was like 5 foot solid, skinny as a twig, just like will get knocked over by the slightest change in the wind pattern. Anyways, she's set, so the dog's getting closer. The dog is now basically 4 seconds away. And I just hear her go, oh. Well, she got a bruise the size of, like, a dinner plate on her thigh. It was half of her thigh because that dog did not stop. Bam! Ran her right over. She did not expect that. I don't know what she was expecting. I don't know what her thought process was. I don't know why she tried to argue with me that I didn't think that I knew my dog would not stop. Yeah. So that was her first experience with a dog bigger than a purse. Yeah. It was so funny. So funny. She got ran over, but, you know, worth it. I have a dog. My dad has a dog. Yeah. My mom has a dog, too. Yeah. Timmy. I told you about Timmy. The one that pees on my car tire and my mom encourages it. Oh, God. At least, you know, now that I moved out, he's not peeing on my tire. Maybe he's peeing on her tire. I don't know. Hey, Yates, how's it going? See you throwing stuff at me. I see you throwing stuff at me. Big German Shepherd. Oh, my aunt had a big German Shepherd named Winston. Winston was a purebred German Shepherd, and he liked to sit on your lap. Cutest thing ever. But I was younger. I was like maybe high school, middle school. When I was, cause she lives in a different part of the country than I do. And yeah, no, I remember hanging out, and he sat on my lap, and I was like, I had a Yorkie named Robert who would bark at the doorbell, including on TV. My cats do not like the doorbell. I have had to make sure that I put a note for, for any delivery I get, whether that's the offhanded, you know, meal delivery, package, whatever. I always put in the notes, do not ring the doorbell. Sometimes they do, and it makes me upset because the cats book and then they hide under the bed because they do not like the doorbell. They have no reason to, but to fear it, you know? They have no reason to fear it. I think it's just a sudden loud noise. You know, you can't really prevent that, you know? Named Rainer, very polite. Oh, cute. Cute. I love aminals. You know what? Props to me growing up. I love animals, but I knew I would not want to be a vet or any sort of pet involved career because you have to deal with like scum of the earth people who have animals, and then of course you also have to deal with all the sad stuff involving animals. So I never wanted to pursue anything related to animals as a future job opportunity or whatever. But you know, your dog goes crazy for the doorbell. Pics or didn't happen. Totally not an excuse for me to ask for more dog pics from Gooseman. I just think your dog is really cute. I just love your dog. Can I pet that dog? 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 Oh, so cute. Dopey face. That dog looks ooped in the most cute way. Has a mixed dog. I had a mixed dog growing up. And he was, his name was Duncan. I've talked about Duncan. Duncan was a 110 pound, 120 at some point, barrel body Australian Shepherd with, like, my mom did a test once. It was like Australian Shepherd, Lab, Poodle. I was like, there was like so many bits and pieces that, like, we really didn't know. Do I have a picture of Duncan? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna get you guys a picture of Duncan. I know I have one that doesn't dox me. Somewhere. Somewhere I have a picture of Duncan. Rescue? Kind of. I say kind of because my mom, this was before she had him before I was born. My mom had him before I was born, and so she actually, was babysitting Duncan for a friend, acquaintance, not really friend, acquaintance, in Chicago. I've never been in Chicago outside the airport, but it was Chicago. And she was just babysitting him for a month, and then the month passed and she didn't hear anything. And mind you, this was before cell phones, so she had to send a piece of mail to the address that she had for these people to be like, yo, are you coming back? And they were like, nah, we're not coming back. Keep the dog. Like, what? And to be fair, Duncan was a puppy at that point in time. Like, puppy. But, okay, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna take this image. I'm gonna grab this image. This makes him look deranged because it's an old photo. Super old photo of him. So this does not do him justice. This does not do him any justice at all. But I gotta show you vaguely of Duncan. Oh my god, it's so tiny. It's cryptid. It's cryptid Duncan. That's what Duncan looked like. You could tell it's an old photo because of the red eye that, I remember in middle school when I was learning Photoshop, they taught you how to take care of red eye. I don't think red eye ever happens on cameras anymore. But, yeah, that's Duncan. That's him. You can see in his chest and his ears the Australian Shepherd bit. But other than that, demon doggo. Yeah, he does look a little demon here. The only other picture that I know I have that is a digital version of the picture has my face in it, but when I was like 4. But, that's Duncan. Look at him, little ears and orange eyebrows. He has little orange eyebrows, if you can't tell, above his demon eyes. He was a good dog. Solid dog. 10 out of 10 dog. Dare I say 15 out of 10 dog. I like that dog. There's also, there's another photo of him. I don't have it digital, but there's a photo of him eating a slice of pizza, and it is 100% sauce side down on the carpet. How he got the pizza, I don't know. Why my mom decided to take a picture, I think, I think I talked to my mom about it, and she didn't realize he had stolen a piece of pizza until after the photo was taken. Yeah. But, anyways, that's a good dog. Good dog. I had, 2 Jack Russells as well growing up. 2 Jack Russell Terriers. They were very, very cute. Very baby. Other dogs in my life. One of my aunts, I have multiple aunts, but one of my aunts had labs. Chocolate lab, and then a yellow lab. Those 2. 2 labs. The chocolate lab was named Coco. Very, very creative. Never before ever conceived of name for a chocolate lab, I know. But, thinking back on it, and I can admit it now because I've since learned this word is a no word. You're not supposed to say, but Cocoa Bean, and then she took the second word and made it a cute nickname that ends up being a word that you're not supposed to say. So I'm not gonna say it. But I, you know, yeah, lore. I distinctively remember calling the dog that name when I was a kid. That dog was only around when I was very little, though. I think it passed when I was 5. So, yeah. You live and you learn, huh? But anyways, that's not the good person, though. So I don't know if it was intentional or not, but here we are. Most dog owners were chaperoned for months, while most cat owners find them in the trash. I actually kept an eye out for Nuggie. Dino's the dumpster child, but Nuggie I actually was looking for. I wanted an orange cat, and I wanted to adopt from a shelter. Adopt and not shop. Always. Every single time, adopt and not shop. And I wanted an orange cat so bad. And I was looking for about 2 months for an orange cat in the shelters. I almost got one that was big, fluffy orange cat. But he was adopted literally on my way to the shelter from when they posted it was on Facebook. They posted the picture of the cat on Facebook. I drove 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes, that cat was adopted. So I was like, but no, Nuggie came in with 7 of his siblings. All the other siblings were girl cats. They were tortie calico type, multicolored kibbies. Very, very cute. But I kind of wanted an orange cat, but I wasn't dead set on it. I was like, you know what? If I find the perfect cat in my searching, doesn't matter, orange or not, whatever. And I remember the way that I got Nuggie was they had a fence, like a little playpen fence thingy. And I sat down, and they're like, all right, we're going to bring you the cats, and you can play with the kitties. I go, okay. And they dropped all 8 of them in the battle arena. Because they were going crazy. That's essentially what it was. It was just the Kibby battle arena with 8 cats just bouncing off of me, trying to escape containment. And then I was like, oh my god. So I start picking up the cats, trying to get them to not try to scale the fence, the baby fence. And I picked up Nuggie, and he just sat in my arms. And I was like, oh, so cute. So I picked up Nuggie, and I was like, yep, you're the one. You're coming home with me. And I'm not even joking. So what happened was I picked Nuggie up. I said, yes, I will take this one. This one is so cute. I love him so much. I didn't know his name was going to be Nuggie at the time. His shelter name is Oatmeal. Because all of his siblings were named after cookies. He got the Oatmeal cookie name. The other ones had biscotti, cinnamon, peanut butter, patty. He got Oatmeal. He was Oatmeal. So I pick him up. I was like, yes, I will take Oatmeal. I love him. I will take Oatmeal. And I looked at him in his little face. And then he sneezed on my face. As soon as I was like, yep, I'll take him. He's like, all right, you sure? You're not going to regret that? I was like, nope. And then he's like, sneezes on my face. So covered in cat boogies, I'm like, nope, you're still coming home with me. He's like, all right, fine. And now he is stuck by my side all the time. He is a Velcro kitty, start to finish. Dude is a piece of Velcro. But yeah, so we took him home. And then Dino, I was thinking about getting a friend for Nuggie. And I was like, you know what? He has been wanting to play with me, but I worked from home at the time. And I'm like, I can't be playing with him all the time. And also, he likes to play with his little knives on his hands. So, ow. He needs someone who can also reciprocate knife hand play. So, I was like, okay, well, let's go find you a friend. So I went to a couple shelters, and it was more of just a vibe check. And so I was walking around, and I remember I went to the shelter that Dino was at 3 times, and he was there every single time. being adorable, and I stuck my finger through the bar of the cage. He put it in his mouth. I thought that was so silly, so I was like, you're weird, you're coming home. But it took 3 times. It took 3 times of visiting. I went there, tested the vibes. Was like, hemming and hawing, because I'm like, can I do a second cat? Is second cat the right option for me? Because when I got Nucky, I lived in an apartment that could only have 1, so I could not do 2 cats. People say you're supposed to get 2 at the same time. I think that's good, so they have a friend, but I wasn't allowed. It was either 1 cat or no cat, and I wanted a cat because I had waited for so long to get my own kitty. I wanted to make sure I waited till I had a full-time job in an apartment that allowed it. Yeah. And then I saw Dino. Dino's shelter name was Luigi. He came in with 2 other cats, Mario and... No, 3 other cats. Mario, Bowser, and Peach. They were named after Mario. Super Mario. And he was Luigi. Well, shelter name is Cinnamon Bun. Aw. When we got her home, Giggle Shitter. No! You did not name your cat Giggle Shitter. No. I love that, but no! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. They're so cute. I love animals. They're too pure for this world. Too pure, too sweet, too kind. Too little baby. Too little baby. Yeah. It is funny, though, seeing what some people shelter name their cat. Because also some people, it is just the kitty distribution system. They are literal dumpster cats. I was actually talking about, who was I talking about this today? I was talking to someone today about Dino and how technically he was returned once. Because the people said he was bitey, and he is bitey, but he's a love bitey. He's love bitey. Yeah. He's love bitey. He likes to pet you with his teeth. And, the first owners did not appreciate his affection via teeth. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I thought I was gonna play Pokemon cards today, but I just ended up yapping. How long? I've been yapping for 2 hours. What can I say? I like yapping. I like yapping. I'm a yapper. Yapperoni and cheese. Real. Play or just open? Play. I don't have any cards right now. I will probably have cards next week, so we might do a hand cam opening of those if they come in next week. I think they do. I think Monday is the day that he said he'd have them in stock when they drop. Release date. Actually, let me double check. Chaos Rising release date. May 22nd. Oh, no, that's like a week from now. Ow. It's going to be Monday, but it's not going to be this Monday. It's going to be next Monday. Ugh. Maybe? Or maybe he says he gets them in on the 18th. Huh. I'll have to ask him. Because I don't know. Try to open the pack with my feet? And to get viewers? That's crazy. I'm not very dexterous with my feet. Some people, they can, like, use them to climb walls and stuff, but I feel like my feet are not that dexterous. Not for free. Yeah, make that a sub-only stream. First ever exclusive members-only stream. Have I ever done a members-only stream? I don't think I have, actually, ever. I know you can technically do subscriber only, member only streams. Obviously on YouTube you can do member only. On Twitch you can do subscriber only. So you have to be subscribed to do those ones, but like I don't think I've ever done that before. Welcome on in, Liars, come back. Hello, hello. Thank you. Appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Welcome on in. We are yapping tonight. Yippee yapping. What happened to Chippy Chappa Cat? Chippy Chappa Chappa doobie doobie dabba dabba. Magiconi doobie doobie boom boom boom. I feel like we could have gotten more content out of that one. Ooh, ah cat is definitely still making the rounds though. So there is that one. There is that one. Big yawn. Big yawn. I'm out of coffee. I should not have any more coffee. It is 9 p.m. It is 9 p.m. If I have coffee now, I'm donezo. Why is it that sometimes when I drink coffee I get sleepy? That's like the opposite of the intended effect. I have taken a nap while drinking a coffee before. I used to do like coffee naps too in college where I'd time it, where I'd have a coffee, do one class, and then by the time I make it home in like an hour and a half, I'd fall asleep. I don't know if that's just the crash. Sometimes like I'll drink like half a coffee, take a nap, wake up, finish it. It's 9 p.m. Do you know where your children? It's crazy that boomers had to have commercials reminding them that they have children. Like, what? I get it. People played outside. I get it. Not only did they play outside, but also there was no phones. Like, you know. Sometimes, like, to pass out drinking a Monster, I could, Gamer Subs is very good. Monsters scare me. I don't know what it is, Monsters and Red Bull. They scare me, man. Gamer Subs? Use code 2GG. Other ones scare me. You know, when I worked catering for a summer, and one of my coworkers who was the dish person, he was the dish guy, he washed the dishes. He had a heart attack. He was 25. He had a heart attack because, and I do blame, I hope that he got some sort of money out of the company we were working for at the time, but he was scheduled for back-to-back shift. Like, his shift would end at 11 p.m. at night, sometimes midnight, and then they'd have him in for the morning shift at 6. And in order to keep up with that, he was drinking nothing but, like, Mountain Dew and 5-hour energies, and dude had a heart attack. Dude drank too much 5-hour energies and Mountain Dew, and he had a heart attack at, like, 25, 26 years old or something. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Those things are scary. I would never frick with that kind of stuff. You know? I never, ever, never, ever, ever. Yeah. Joma, how you doing, sweetheart? I am chilling, vibing, pogging. Actually, you know what? You reminded me, Joma. I need to get more of the lavender soap. I'm almost out of my lavender soap from Cheeky. Cheeky! If you guys don't know Cheeky, I am sponsored. I also wrote a funny blurb. You should go to the website for me. Use cheeky.com/cozy and see my funny blurb about beating the stinky allegations. Does it taste like? Do not eat the soap! Do not! Don't do it! Not how that works. And to answer your question, I don't know. Because I haven't eaten it. Because guess what? You're not supposed to. Illegal. 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 Do not consume. You can consume Gamer Sup, you know? Actually, I'm very excited. GamerSups is gonna have some cool drops. Because I saw on Twitter the Socks VTuber agency mentioned something about having a drop, and so did Vienna mention something about having a drop. So GamerSups is cooking, I think. Some of their creator cups, and I remember the more you use my code, maybe you can have a cozy flavor. The candles definitely do not taste how they smell. No, that is after midnight candlery. That is separate situation. But yeah, no, you're still not allowed to eat them. Do not. Oh, you know what? Now I gotta ask. Because it is summer, I just had a thought. You guys have asked me my favorite ice cream flavor so many times, and the answer is Double Dutch dark chocolate, but more commonly a piece of cake. What is everyone's favorite ice cream flavor? Because I've answered it a bagillion times. I have not necessarily heard everyone's in chat's answer. You know what? One thing mint chocolate chip. You are one of two people that I know that like mint chocolate chip. You'll give me one guess. Is it mousse flavored ice cream, Breakin? That is my guess. Mint chocolate chip. I'm not a big mint fan, I know. Sorry to break it to you, I'm not a big mint fan. Not my favorite flavor. I do like the Thin Mints from Girl Scout Black. That's crazy. That's crazy. Moose tracks. Moose flavor, so I was right, she says, totally covering up for the fact that she forgot that Moose Tracks is an ice cream that she actually did know about. Panda Paws is really good, too. My sister used to love Panda Paws. I had to feed it to her when she broke her arm. Yep, my sister broke her arm. Knock on wood. I have not broken a single bone in my body. I've dislocated my fingers. My middle finger on one of my hands. My right hand. I had to think about it because it was no. Yes, it was my right hand. Because I played trumpet and I could not press the buttons. I actually have recurring nightmare about when I used to play the trumpet because my music teacher was such an awful person. I actually stopped playing trumpet for 2 years just so I wouldn't have to deal with her because she was in the late elementary, early middle school classes. So I stopped playing trumpet entirely because I did dislocate my finger on my I think it was it was the ring finger on my right hand, and I couldn't press the buttons because my middle finger and my ring finger were banded together because I dislocated my ring finger. Well, no, I didn't dislocate my ring finger. My brother Kangaroo kicked me in the hand and dislocated my finger, not me. But anyways, I couldn't play the trumpet, and she was so mean about it. She was so mean about it. She made fun of me. She told me that I sucked. Like, legitimately, I'm not even being, like, hyperbole. And I remember being so upset that I just didn't. Yeah. 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 Mr. Peito! Welcome on in. How you doing, sweetheart? Welcome on in on the YouTube side of things. Welcome, welcome. Well, time to do my job. Okay, King Kuva, thank you for stopping on in. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Very pog of you. Very pog. Hella poggers. Very pog. Yeah. I do like my new water bundle that I got. It is technically my travel water bottle because, like I said, my GamerSups cups are still in a box. Once I get my GamerSups cups back, I'm gonna use those. Because genuinely, those cups are really good for even just water. They're solid for water. And I need to have a water bottle at work. I'm traveling. But I can't have a GamerSups one that I have because you can't hold, like, They're mostly leak-proof, but if you hold them upside down or whatever, you know, they're not like 100% sealed, which is what I need, so, yeah. Your pog? Oh, shucks. Real. Real! Anyways. I am... if I fall asleep, chat, you gotta wake me up, okay? Gotta promise, if you hear snoring, you gotta wake me up, chat. No? You just let me sleep? Aw, you care about me. How sweet. You hear the snoring? I don't know if I snore. I think I might. I think I do, but like not... I don't know. I know I snore when I'm sick, but everyone snores when they're sick. Everyone snores when they're sick because your nasals are all hecked up. Your throat's all hecked. I know my sister snores, but she has a deviated septum. I don't. Her septum got deviated. Mine did not. I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, so they have some scantily clothed anime women ones. They do. If you are concerned about taking them out into public, let me actually go to Gamer Subs right now because they sometimes have some available. Oh yeah, Victoria's new MILF model. Hell yeah. I forgot Victoria had a MILF model. Okay, they're for fully clothed ones, if you are concerned about fully clothed anime whammon with, you know, to share with your Christian Minecraft server. Schmitty has a shaker cup that has his code on it. It's just a black cup. Gamer Subs has a zebra print one, and then they have like they have two versions of clear logo. They have a black lid clear, and they have a white lid clear, and then they have a couple different styles of the logo. So they have like plain ones. They also have pixel cups, and they have like the lo-fi kohai metal shaker, which, you know, I like my titty anime waifu cups. However, I do understand because also my grandmother, I don't think she particularly was interested in them because I did accidentally leave one of them in the kitchen, and it was the anime character was turned to the back. So yeah, HR call. There are other options for sure. I just like the lid. The lids to me are very solid. Very solid, good mouthfeel. You know? A solid, good mouthfeel. For the little, like, spout. Is what you call it, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 But, so yeah, don't worry. I understand. I think if I were to get a waifu cup, I would definitely want it to utilize the clear and the, mouthfeel. I mean, don't drink out of it like the cat. Like, I don't like blam it up. No. You know how long it would take me to drink things if I had to blam it up? That's crazy. You crazy. Crazy person. Crazy person. Crazy person. Crazy person. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm very particular. You know what I found out about though? Found out that I was anemic. I don't know how I was found out. How I was found out? I restart. You want to know how I found out I was slightly anemic? Was because apparently, putting ice in a cup with water and then drinking the water but using a spoon like it's soup because it tastes good and has interesting experience. Apparently, that's an indicator you're anemic. No one told me this. No one told me this. Yeah. Yeah. But apparently drinking cold water with a metal spoon is indicative of having anemia. You lack iron in your blood. Which, fun fact, iron on a nutrition label is literally iron. Some people don't understand that, but it is. So when your cereal is fortified with iron, it literally has more metal in it. There is metal in your cereal. You are supposed to eat it. Because I feel like every now and again, you get like these crazy almond moms that grind up their cereal. Because we did this in science class. You can technically grind up iron fortified cereal and separate out the iron from the cereal with like magnets. And every time people lose their absolute minds over it because they're like, what do you mean iron is iron? And then they're like, oh, how is this in our children's food? Iron is iron. Every single time. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's one of those reoccurring topics that comes up on the internet. People forget, and then remember, and then forget again. Yeah. You're... You know what? Someone made a comment today on my YouTube, one of my YouTube videos about updates for a video. I've realized that VTube Studio has gone through so many updates. I may need to update my VTuber tutorial videos. I mean, granted, it's been so long since I made a video like point blank anyways. But, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. I at least I am so glad that I was able to do one short with DaVinci Resolve. I'm very, very proud about that. I struggled with it. I rage quit. It took time to do it. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself when it comes to my thoughts on the newest short that I put out. But watch it if you haven't. Let me know what you think of the short because it's my first one that I made with DaVinci Resolve and not CapCut. Yeah. Yeah. So it was tough, but I did it, and I'm glad that I did it because I learned something new. I am definitely one of those people where if I don't do it right the first time or I don't do it as quickly as I want the first time, I get upset about it. The craziest thing I've ever heard was we can't go to the sun because it's too hot. Just go when the sun goes down. It's a lot cooler then. Like, did they mean fly to the sun and touch the sun? Like, did they... What? People are wild, man. People are wild. Did everyone else... I feel like... Okay, here's a canonical event that I feel like everyone had as a kid. I'm pretty sure everyone had that one realization when they said, like, oh yeah, the sun could just, like, die in a bajillion years. And then I feel like as a kid, I was like, oh, if the sun dies, then we die. Oh, that's such a me problem. Like, I feel like it is a canonical event that every child, when they learn about the heat death of the universe, they freak out about it because, I don't know. You know, like, will it impact us? No. That is not an us problem. That is not an us problem. But it'll happen eventually. Which is terrifying. But not a me problem. So, yeah. But I feel like it's a canonical event that when you realize the sun's gonna eventually go out, you freak out about it. You get over it, but you freak out about it a little bit. You know what? I think that's my new motto is I'll be okay, I just need to freak out about it. I think that's what got me through this past year. I'm gonna be so for real. Like, I'm gonna be okay, I just need to freak out first. That is my new motto. Yeah. Everything will be okay. You just give yourself a mentee B and then move on with it. Have a mentee B. Move on. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, really. Really, really. Really and truly. I think sometimes, as a treat, fun fact, the sun will first expand enough to engulf Mars before it dies, so it's gonna get real toasty. It's gonna get real toasty. What about new model? At some point. Rebrand. I did talk about that in the beginning of the stream. Yeah. I will become a different thing. That's the only clue you're getting. And that's not a clue. That's just saying I'm going to be different. I'm going to rebrand. I'm not going to be a succubus. No succubus. I'm wondering if that actually hurt my reach as a creator. Like, legitimately, I think calling myself that might have put me on some sort of flag for content. Because I used to say it a lot, specifically on, like, some of my long-form triggers and old VODs. And this might just be circumstantial, but I felt like every stream that I had that involved that word, it was more likely to get bonked than other ASMR stuff. So, like, not every time, but sometime. You know? The drumbeat never changes tempo. It's steady like a rock, and like a rock it crushes you as it gets louder and louder. And you know there is no parking on the dance floor. When you wake up you can hear your hair grow. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna evolve like a Pokemon. I honestly, real talk, I love what I've made for myself. Let's be real. I've loved what I've made for myself so far. But, I think, well, we all knew I put zero thought into when I picked my first model. Absolute zero thought. I picked it because it was cheap, and it had a vague inclination of drills, and those were the two reasons I picked it. That was it. Outside of that, nothing else. No other reason. And I kept with that for this design, like an evolved version of the first design that had more of the stuff I wanted. However, this was never the goal, what I have now. I thought I actually, so, okay, if we're going way back lore, if we're going way back lore, in 2020, I commissioned someone for a character reference sheet for a VTuber model for an orange hamster. I'm not being an orange hamster, I'm telling you this now, but that's what I thought I wanted to be way back when. But yeah, But yeah, I that was what I first thought I wanted to be, and even now my idea that I'm changing to is different. But it was never this. I never thought I was gonna be this, and I only became this because I just so happened to pick a model that looked adjacent. You know? Yeah. 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 Why you licking my bald head, huh? Why you licking my bald head? Actually, I wonder if I have that file still. I'll show you guys Orange Hamster. I think her name was like Mikan. You know, just orange. An orange in Japanese because, you know, creative. I don't think I ever saved that. Did I? Did I ever save that to this pewter? I might not have ever saved it to my pewter. No, I don't think I ever did. Huh. Twitch assets. No, that's not correct. I don't know. Water Guide. Hi, by the way. Hello. It's like how I told my grandma I wanted a toaster and ended up with a panini press. Yeah. You know, I think panini presses are pretty cool. They make some good sandwiches. One of my aunts has a panini press. It is so good, man. It is so good. So good. Yeah. Yeah. Back to work. Have a good one, Breakin'. Have a fun day and night, evening, whatever happy time zone at work. Happy time zone. Happy time zone. Used for bread. There's a different kind of sandwich press? Like, I know a panini press. When they make my wrap at Tim Hortons, it's still a panini press. Is it like a... No, because crepes are not a press. I just make them on a hot plate. What other bread press? Oh, is it like an Uncrustable? They have those that, like, make a sandwich into, like, an Uncrustable. Maybe it's like an Uncrustable. I used to have one of those. It was like a little piece of plastic, really. That's all it really was. And it made it in the shape of a panda. So it wasn't an Uncrustable in the traditional sense, but it was a panda-shaped Uncrustable, essentially. Because the bread would get all mushed at the corners, so it would end up sealing the filling on the inside. But I was always really bad at, like, getting the filling inside the bread. Because they're not, circle shaped, so I had a hard time guesstimating where the edges of the panda would be. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. Well, we were in two different mind spaces. Anyways, yep. Have a good day at work. Okay. Not Uncrustable. Not Uncrustable. Noted. Uncrustable still hella good though. We've talked about Uncrustable like 3 separate times. We have talked about Uncrustable like 3 separate times this stream. Is this stream just secretly I'm not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by Uncrustable. That'd be fun though. Schmuckers? I think it's Schmuckers. Schmuckers. Contact your girl, see if we can get an Uncrustable sponsorship. Oh my god. Is that what I should tell my manager? Be like, hey, yo, manager, can we get Schmuckers on the phone? You know what? They probably wouldn't sponsor me because I spent half the stream bashing the goobers, and that is a Schmuckers product. Oops, gone before it even started. Gone before it even started. Oh, man. Oh, man. John Schmucker. John Schmucker, look. You have to... John Schmucker, look me in the eyes. You have to realize that the goober combination jar of peanut butter and either honey or jam, I learned it now comes in honey or jam, strawberry and grape, and or grape. You have to realize that that's just an abomination. I am not, speaking ill of the Schmuckers brand. I'm just saying that, mistakes were made, we live and we grow, and, there's always that weird one in the family, so maybe that's just what that product is in the Smuckers brand. But hey, sponsor me for Uncrustables. I talked about them like 4 times, so, Honey and grape. No. They're like the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar, and they make a grape version and then a strawberry version, but then they also make a peanut butter and honey version, which peanut butter and honey slaps, but I don't think they should be stored in the same jar. That is an abomination. And I stand on it. I don't think that they should be in the same jar. Yes, wait, hold on. I'm indoctrinating you into the lore of goober. This is what we were talking about earlier. These things, these abominations, these affront to whatever created us. These things, where it's the peanut butter and the jelly smushed into one jar. They make a strawberry version and a grape version, and they also make a honey and peanut butter version. They are Schmuckers Goober Grape. There are other brands of them. I don't think Schmuckers is the only company to do it, but I don't know who would have been the first. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're an abomination. I don't agree with them. I'm just telling you they exist. If I have to bear the sin of knowing these exist, so do you. Yeah. If I have to deal with the weight of Smucker's Goober Grape on my conscience, chat has to as well. I don't make the rules, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Smucker's Grape is delicious. I don't think I've had Schmucker's peanut butter, but I would argue that it is also very delicious. Quit putting them in the same jar. Quit putting them in the same jar. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Same jar is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. If I had to list my irrational fears and or things that creep me out in general, the combination peanut butter jelly jars and blood oranges are the top 2. I don't know, with more so blood oranges, and straw paper wrappers. It's not a fear, it's just an ick. I don't know why. I do not like when straw paper wrappers are crumbled up. I can't explain it. It's just, I get an ick. I just get an ick. So, I just get an ick about it. Yeah. Uncrustables. Uncrustables are delicious. Cold Uncrustables are better. Cold Uncrustables are top tier. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Why is my elbow itchy? Did I get bit by something? Hold on. Did I get bit by something? Mosquito? No mosquito. My elbow just itches for some reason. Aren't blood oranges like super sour? I don't remember. I know I've had it once, but they just look weird and they give me the visual ick. I have no idea. I don't remember. I know I had it at once. At one time. At one point in time I had it, but I don't remember. All I know is that they visually freak me out. I have, however, had an orange that is green. And you're like, oh, Cozy, that's just an unripe orange. Wrong. Incorrect. I was in Japan, and there was a bowl of these green things, and I wasn't touching them because I didn't know what they were, because they looked like unripe oranges. They looked like just raw, unripe oranges. So I didn't touch them, and then one of my friends who had been in Japan for a while, they're like, no. They're oranges. I'm like, you can't trick me. The name is literally the color. If the color doesn't match the name, you're not eating an orange, you're eating a green. She then proceeded to peel it, and it was orange on the inside, perfectly ripe. So I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? So, oranges can be greens, apparently. As a kid, I would cut bananas into coins and put them in milk and eat them like cereal. That's a mood. Bananas as coins hits differently. Like, okay, if act of love, if someone loved me dearly, they would cut up my bananas into coins, and I would be able to eat my bananas with a fork. Yeah. Is it too much to ask for someone to cut my bananas into coins? They get like a smooth texture on the faces of the coins, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're cutting up my bananas into little coin shape? Into little coin shape? Oh my god, you can see... Wait, hold on. Have you been able to see any, like... Oh my god, you can. Have I been moving side to side like this for a while? I'm twirling in my chair idly. Ah! Crazy. Anyways, if you're wondering why my model has been slightly rocking, that's because I slightly rock. I'm ripping the banana in bare hands from the middle like I'm snapping a stick. Some people open their banana like that. I'm not gonna judge. I'm gonna think about it, but I'm not gonna verbally judge you. Ever since I was taught the quote-unquote hack of opening it from the bottom, dude, crazy, yeah. Chocolate-covered bananas, kind of mid. I feel like they can be. They are, like, I like it. I like it. But sometimes you go to bite the banana covered in chocolate and the chocolate just slides off and you're like, well, what's the point of that? And then that's when they become very mid. Is when the chocolate slides off the banana. The chocolate will slide off the banana. And then it becomes very mid. I do agree on that point. I do agree. But, you know what? It slaps. I had a frozen treat. This was like several years ago. I don't buy them because they're expensive. But someone turned bananas into like these little... They must have mushed them up and then like made them into little balls and then froze them. Dude, they had a texture that was so yummers. The texture was so yummers. Yeah. Yeah. It was very yummers. Very yummers. used to get a banana, put a tiny stick on it, cover in chocolate, put sprinkles, put it in the freezer, boom, chocolate banana pops. Yes. I learned that there's an ice cream stand close to me that does. Guys, I didn't tell you about the ice cream truck. Guys, I have never in my life, beside one other time, seen an ice cream truck. I thought they were a thing that only existed in cartoons, and that would, like, about them going down the street. I thought they only existed in, like, cartoons. But the other day, like, I think it was a weekend, I was just chilling, and I heard the and I was like, ice cream truck? And so I ran to the window and I saw the ice cream truck and I was like, ice cream truck! And I didn't go get it because it was already gone down the street by the time I had my shoes on, but I saw an ice cream truck for the first time in real life and I was very excited about it. You guys need to know that. Ice cream van, not truck. It's a van is what it looks like. It's a what we call a food truck in America. Or at least in my part of America, we call it an ice cream truck, but it's a van that looks like a food truck. Hence, ice cream truck. But it's not like a Ford F-150 of frozen treats. Look, the SpongeBob Pops with the freaked up eyeballs. They never ended up in the right spot in the pictures. Never. No, that's not true. I've seen ones before where they got it right, but most of the times it's, yeah. All over the place. All over the place. Same with the Sonic ones. They made Sonic ones of those too. The Sonic Pops. Sonic Pop. Pikachu. Did they make a Pikachu one? I want to say they made a Pokemon one. Spider-Man. They made Spider-Man one. I watched a half-an-hour docu-series on YouTube about the Hulk hand toys. That's just what that reminded me of real quick. I don't know what it is about YouTube videos that I end up watching, like, video documentaries of things that I would not really care about otherwise, but I'm like, wow, I've learned so much. I've learned so much. Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. Gumballs. Yeah. Yeah. True. Cheap gumball slap though? True. When I went to college, there was a gumball machine that they had for students. And the gumball machine, they would constantly keep filled with gumballs, and you were allowed to take as many as you wanted. It was free. Guest people would fill up a bag. And one of their fun facts, which I absolutely hated, no one liked this fun fact. This was not a fun fact, but we used it as an insult, is they basically said that one student tuition was the amount that it cost to keep the gumball machine filled for 1 year. So every year, if one of my friends was being stupid, I'm like, you're the kid they brought on so they could pay for the gumballs. You're the gumball kid. Your tuition went for the gumball machine. So that was always fun. Like, first of all, college is expensive. Why were they spending that much on gumballs? But second of all, man, I love telling people the gumball kid. Because it had so many layers. If you had no idea what you're talking about, it's like, that's a weird nickname, but okay. And if you knew what you're talking about, you're like, hey! I am not here to pay for the gumballs. But yeah, no. Someone was the gumball kid. Because the thing is, they kept it full. They made sure it was full. It never ran out. The entire time I went there, I never saw that gumball machine empty. So they kept to their word. But it definitely changed. Like, people definitely took from it. Because I remember seeing a guy who had, like, a bag. And he was just cranking it. He was cranking it. And then he filled his bag full of gumballs and went on his merry way. And then the next day, it was back. Yeah, it was Goose. It was one of those ones where you like put the quarter in, but they had it set so that I don't know how they do that, but it was like, you know, like a gachapon machine where you go, and then it would fall out. Ka-tunk. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I want one for my room. I want one for my... Do I eat gumballs? No, I'm not a fan of gum, really. I want a machine, like one of those I want a gachapon machine for my room. Mm. Yeah. And doesn't it help you with, like, memory retention or something? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Mm. Yeah. Let's see, chat. What do I have to do tonight? I have a couple things I gotta do tonight before I go to bed. You're so tired you could eat a horse? Wanna run that one by me one more time? You wanna run that one by me just one more time? Tired? You're eating the horse? Wow. I'm so hoarse I could eat a tire? Oh, okay. See, I knew that's what you actually meant. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm hoarse. I eat, I could. Well, you know, if you think, therefore you are, so. Oh, God, the English language is fake, made by Big Dictionary to sell more words. Yeah. And actually. Big what? Big Dictionary. Obviously. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Naruhodo ne. Chat. I think we might be reaching the end, roughly. Roughly reaching the end of tonight's stream. I'm thinking about doing Pokemon, but I ended up yapping. I'm a yapper. Yapper. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Oh my god, Windows. No, remind me later. What? It just took over my entire stream with, do you want to update to Windows 11? No! Anyways. We're gonna raid. Can we get the raid message in chat for the folks on Twitch side? YouTube side, I don't raid out. I don't understand YouTube raids. I know you can, but it confuses me to no end. So I don't. Let's take a look. See where are my friends? Oh, friends who aren't doing ASMR. Oh my gosh, these people are having fun. Let's go say hi. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe no. Where am I? Where am I? Yeah, let's go say hi to those people. Where'd you go? You didn't just end, did you? Hello? Oh, no, there you are. Okay, good. Alright, we're gonna read into the absolutely podcast, like wonderful VTubers. Use the right message. Use the right message. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTubes, to my Twitch, to my Twitter, to Discord if you want to join the Discord. But other than that, everyone have a lovely, lovely night. It was so good yapping with you guys. I will see you guys on Sunday for ASMR. We're gonna get EP. Gonna do EP time ASMR. And go from there. Alright, good night. Oh god, that was so loud. Jump scare. Anyways, good night everyone. Sleep well. Bye. Bye 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 bye. 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 Mwah.